Roll call. Chairperson, Mr. Rooney, present. Vice Chairperson, Mrs. Danchison.
Here.
Supervisor, Mrs. Kariva.
Here.
Treasurer, Mr. Gavick. Present. Secretary, Ms. Herpak.
Here.
Solicitor, Mr. Karpovich. Present. Engineer, Mr. Nuzzi.
Here.
At this time, I'll open up the floor to public participation on agenda items only.
I have something. I see on tonight's agenda, I see that there's a subpoena for stone acquisition. I would like to talk a bit on the atmosphere that's surrounding the supervisors. I sat here last month quiet and respectful while Wendy was talking. I didn't say a word. I'm hoping the board will show me the same respect for what I had to say. I wrote this myself, and I hopefully it won't be so negative. The board now is telling me that I cannot call the secretary. I get no emails from the office. I have no idea what's going on. Decisions are being made without me. We are elected officials. We're all the same. No one is better than the next. In the second-class township manual, the chairman runs the meetings. If the chairman's not here, the vice chairman runs the meeting. That's their job. That's our big difference here. How fair is it that Wendy has the security cameras on her iPhone? I don't have keys to the secretary's office, so how am I checking the phone messages and changing them? I don't have the passwords to the township emails or website. A cyber bully, I am not. Actually, I wonder what you're afraid of me seeing. Me, walking door to door, ruining your husband's business. I don't know what your husband even does anymore. Personal attacks. How about your family, Wendy? Taking my family to court over land that we graciously gave you the right-of-way to your property years ago. Now you're trying to say that it's your land and it should be yours. 2 years later, and a cost of ours for about $15,000, the court decided you still have the right-of-way, but we still own the land. Yes, the roads in our township have been bad for years. When I started, we didn't even have a snowplow. The one wasn't functional, the one that we had. We purchased a new plow mid-January. We were so lucky it didn't snow that year. And we fixed the original plow that same month. I don't email. Yes, that is true. Why? Because even if I email something positive, it is twisted by a negative and ignorant email that is returned to me. You guys have sent DEP and our code officer, who must not be familiar with Pennsylvania agricultural laws, to my front door. This only never ended with one legal citation. I badmouthed my family farm on several occasions. Ed, my husband, and his family started out with practically nothing. They were teenagers when their father died. We have worked for every legal dollar we have. Our success has come from hard work and commitment. We seem to forget that we live in an agricultural community. Only 2% of Americans are farmers. Maybe we should be thanking that 2%. No one has any idea where their food actually comes from. I'd like to close by saying I just can't figure out why some people have so much hate inside of them. Your ego is your enemy. I'm a 64-year-old lady just trying to help the township. We shouldn't be on sides. One is being right and one is being wrong. I think that we are watching two different movies on one screen. Thank you for your attention.
Can you send that to me so I can attach it to the minutes? Thank you.
So I'm going to take the opportunity to respond. Jill, as chairman of the board, you're included on every email. You're notified of every meeting. You are kept in the loop with every item that's kind of, that affects this board in this township. You have a key to the office.
I do not have a key to the secretary's office.
You remotely enter the voicemail using a remote access code. So
Well,
you
I
call-
don't know even how to do that.
Excuse me, this is my time. I didn't talk over you, so please don't speak over me. You remote into the phone, you dial in and
Oh, I
enter,
don't know.
you enter an access code, and you check the voicemail that way. That's how you're checking the voicemail.
How would I know the
You're
access?
doing-
Let him speak.
Thank you.
Ray, are you in this conversation?
You're not. It's his turn to talk.
This is my turn to talk, and you're gonna listen just like I listened to you. You remote into the voicemail and you delete messages from the voicemail. Nothing is private on that voicemail, but the problem is when you delete messages, the secretary doesn't get them and the messages don't go where they need to go to. You admitted last month that you took stone from the contractor who did the Brandville project, but you said there was no stone taken. But then you later said that there was, but you didn't know about the stone or how it got there. The millings from the previous year. How did the millings get on your property, Jill? How did the contractor know to take millings to a supervisor's property? You're kept in the loop on everything. You refuse to go into the executive session with this board because you say we pick on you. We don't pick on you, we tell the truth. The problem with the executive session, Jill, is that you leak information from executive session that's privileged legal information and tell everybody else in the community. So much so that PSATs, the solicitor of PSATs, gave me a written opinion in writing that says you should not be included in executive session because you're a liability to the township because you can't keep your mouth shut.
Show me that.
I'll gladly show you. It's in writing from
Okay.
the PSAT solicitor.
That is a lie.
So you stand up here and you denounce this board. This board, this administration has done more for this community in the past year than you've done the time that you've been a supervisor. So how dare you stand up here and say that? You want to work together, start by working together. Wendy and I have offered time and time again to bring you into communication about things. You won't even meet with us in executive session. And then you have the audacity to stand here in front of these people and say that we don't include you in things. How dare you say that, Jill?
Hey, I didn't know that you had Ralph White plowing. I didn't know that
We
you
spoke
said-
about it
on
at
the
previous
agenda,
meetings. We
Jill.
approved it
Come
at every
on.
organization.
You talk about it every
They
meeting about
had
Ralph
hired
White.
him before we talked about it. That's just one. Hey, I didn't do this to Wendy last. Did I confront her? No. I was respectful with her.
Yeah,
remarks.
because I don't spew a bunch of lies,
Let me
Jill.
close, I'm gonna close
Sorry.
my statement by saying this, and then we can move on. Nobody accused you of cyberbullying. You assume that we accused you of cyberbullying. We never accused you of cyberbullying.
Wendy did say that in her
That's not true. Read what she said, that's not true. You assumed that we were talking about you, which says a lot, quite honestly. But it wasn't you that we were accusing of cyberbullying. There are people in this community who bully this board. The two of us, Wendy and I, not you, Wendy and I, which is interesting. We never accused you. But the fact that you thought it was you is very interesting and says quite a bit, Jill.
You trying to stare me down, Kyle, or what?
Well, we're trying to work together, but you don't want to move this community forward. You vote against playground equipment. You vote against paving projects. You vote against parks. You vote against purchasing or applying for grants. How's that working with the board, Jill? Do you think that we don't want to work together? There's three of us. We should work together.
We have like 7 loans out. That's why I just don't think that we should be putting so much money out.
And the finances of this township are
Have never been better.
Have never been better.
Right.
Never been better.
All you want to do is work against us. It's very
not true.
clear. It's very clear.
Moving forward, any other public participation on agenda items? Hearing none, I'll ask the board for approval, a motion to approve the January 2026 regular meeting minutes that were circulated via email and also printed.
Does anybody want to see them?
Which ones are they?
The new ones that were sent out this
No,
afternoon.
Did you use
I
it?
did,
Were you happy with it?
yes. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
These are not ones. One of you have a copy if you could put original ones, sign. Thank you.
I'll second it. On the question, Mumi, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariva,
No.
motion carries. I'll ask the board for a motion to approve the January 2026 reorganization meeting minutes that were, again, circulated via email and printed.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. On the question, Mumi, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariba,
No.
motion carries. I'll ask the board for a motion to approve the January 2026 special meeting minutes that were circulated again via email and also printed.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. On the question, Mumi, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariba,
No.
motion carries.
Do you have those?
Yeah, they
Just write original.
No, just to write original and we'll sign them.
Next, we'll move into the treasurer's report. Mr. Isaac.
You have January, right?
Yeah.
The regular.
Balance, as of January 1st, 2026, in the general fund, $165,530.51. Took in $59,190.21. Paid $78,957.
I gave you the special too. And
Paid
rework.
$20,234.20 for payroll. Ended $125,530.20. Light funds for $19,497. Deposited $498. Paid $2,270 in bills. Ended with $17,224.51. Fire funds for $5,515.46. Paid $497.87. Paid $356 in bills. Ended with $5,657.15. Zoning funds started with $54,528.22. Took in $4,311.94. Paid $1,535.64. Ended with $57,304.52. LST funds started with $30,170.38. Took in $1,743.89. Ended with $31,914.27. State funds started with $50,426.71. Took in $2.11 of interest, paid $1,929.64 on the loan payment, and $48,499.18. Recreation fund started with $1,947.96. Took in 2 cents of interest, and with $1,947.58. Fire escrow, no activity, that ended with $549.50, and the PIV account, $100. So in terms of different things to go over, the other revenues, there's $43,000 in that. We got the Verizon lease, the payment came into that, that was $24,000, if I remember correctly. And then the rest is the BCNR, we got payment in lieu of taxes from the land that they own out there. In terms of bills, we paid the second application for the PIP project. You guys approved that at your last meeting. We purchased the bucket truck for $10,000. That's included in the bills. Those are the bills that are going to be approved. We have, I want to look at the one for solicitor meter, because that was for a transcript. So I don't know if the zoning solicitor ordered the transcript. I just want to make sure that it was us that got the transcript, because sometimes they bill us no matter which party orders the transcripts.
Hang on, Mike, hang on. Joe, did you order that transcript, or did you request it?
No.
Did you take it?
No. Transcript of what?
The zoning hearing meeting.
No.
I think this was a good hearing. So I just wasn't sure if it was us or.
Is that
Bill.
the thing I have in my
Yes,
file?
yes.
Okay.
And then,
They normally charge us that.
Mike, I'm sorry to interrupt, I apologize.
so why do we have it?
Yeah, we don't usually order it, so I don't know why it's here, that's what I'm trying to say. We don't usually order it, it has to be ordered.
Oh, okay, I didn't
So
know
somebody
that.
ordered it, I guess is the question.
So who, I guess you should
I
qualify
didn't
that
order it.
who ordered it. And then the other thing is, I mean, they're not like public records. You gotta
Right.
pay a stenographer for
I
a
told,
fee for
I
the
explained that
transcript.
to Jessica, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Mike.
And then, the shoe stacks bill, that's not down on your agenda yet. So I think other than that, everything else was normal. And I won't read December's has been up on the website for 2 months, and I assume you have, unless you have any questions about it. And then just one more thing, that we were talking about paper checks and direct deposit with the new accounting system, that we're going to be doing, paper checks until we figure out if we want, because we're getting off the QuickBooks, because they're $2,000 plus so much dollars per employee for every transaction. So we figured, well, let's just move away from
Do you have
that.
this special
Do
meeting?
something else. So the next
for
direct deposit
January?
would be 99
Oh,
cents
okay.
per deposit if we were thinking about going down that route. So maybe we can just see if we want to.
What do you prefer?
Consider that. I like paper checks always, but I know that's the old way of doing things.
Well, you're old
I just-
school.
I know, I like it because it's all documented there. You need the signatures and everything. It's not just ACH and boom. But I know people like, the employees like direct deposit, so.
Get to do the paper if you like it. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it's up to, it's up to you.
What's easier for you?
He likes paper.
Is that easier?
Well, it's not really easier, but I think it's better just control-wise, because then it's like you see them,
We see them.
you know, when you're not, when it's just direct deposit.
I'm
it's-
fine by that.
How's the board feel? Jill, you're okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Stick with the paper.
Michael?
Really, and right now, it's not bad because we don't really have, that much, not many people on the payroll.
What was that shoe stacks bill for?
That's for the plowing, that's down on the
Oh.
agenda, so.
Okay. I didn't hear you say that.
What, did he send the bill in?
Yes, he did, yes, and that was the price.
I didn't see it.
Because I have that list stack provided by, I think it was like 12 hours, is that the math?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is, 12 hours at that rate, if you were to approve. So that bill's on with the approval with the rate, I guess. Yeah, it's 12 hours. Any other questions, I guess?
Mike?
Yeah.
Yes, I did vote for the, I think the roadmaster should be paid because they do, a lot of extra work. How did we come up with that number?
That was at the auditor's meeting. The auditors approved.
You don't, the auditors approved it. I think it was the same number as last year.
It was, and I never got paid.
That's $19,500 a year.
Yep,
Can we afford that, Mike?
Yep.
it's been in the
It's in the
budget.
budget.
'Cause I can't- That's a lot.
You approved it, Jill. You voted in favor of it.
I didn't know how much,
Well, then why would you vote in favor of it if you know how much it was?
because I never dreamed it would be $20,000.
Did you approve the budget last year? It was in the budget last year. It's the same number.
No, I don't think I
Carried
did.
over. You did.
Well, can I ask a question?
Absolutely, but you approved the budget. And you're astonished and make comments that it's a lot of
I
money.
didn't ask a question. It just would have been proper to ask it before you voted on it. Once you approved it, why you ask it again? Other than retaliation for something we said last meeting.
Exactly right.
Nobody here fell off the turnip truck.
Mike, you good?
I'm good.
I'll ask the board for a motion to approve the January 2026 Treasury Report and the bills presented for payment.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. On the question, Lumi, aye. Anderson,
Aye.
Kariva,
No.
motion carries. Mike, do you have anything from the December 2025?
No, you said it's previously filed.
Unless you have any specific questions.
I don't. If you have nothing, we
I
can just move
have
forward.
nothing to add. Thank you for the quick information that, so that would save the township, I think, $1,500. So I'm glad that you took that recommendation. So we can start moving, late.
We want to streamline the process and save money at the same time, so. that's
Absolutely.
always, so.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of work, so thank you for doing it.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, I like it the old way. I go back to the manual ledgers and stuff.
Like
not
that
carried
big
away.
book, the big book. with
Yeah,
all
right.
the stuff.
Next, we're moving to the solicitor's report, Mr. Krokovich.
Oh, you have to approve the December report.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. On the question, moving, aye. Anderson,
Aye.
Kariva,
No.
motion again carries. Solicitor's report.
I don't have anything.
Engineer's report.
Two quick things, multimodal PennDOT's going in on Friday. that grant application. We got letters of support from the businesses over at Green Mountain Road in Humboldt. And I got the GIS data from the county, so now I can start working on the zoning map. And the report.
Okay.
Wait a minute, wait. Do you have a fever, Donna? Are you okay? Are you feeling okay?
That's it, I have nothing else to say.
Thank you.
I have a lot more to say, but not tonight.
No wonder we've been.
GIS data.
We'll ask for the roadmaster report, Mr. Ganches.
Snowing.
Well, I hope everyone agrees with me that this past storm, the plan that Wendy and I put into place, and our guys did an unbelievable job, in my opinion. Wendy and I were out in the middle of it. Like when there was like 6-7 inches, we were out there checking that everyone was where they were supposed to be. So that kind of, that and the afterwards cleanup consumed the past couple of weeks. Other than that, we had some minor repairs done to the equipment, and
I have something to add to the report this month. We have a road in the township that is a low-traveled road. That is an issue during the winter weather when it gets really bad. Are we able to close the road for winter maintenance?
Yes.
And not allow the public to be on it? We'll get to it, but it's not going to be a priority road.
Yes.
Because we had an incident over the weekend, and I've been complaining about this and asking if we could do this now.
I think you could, I think you could post it, however Donnie's gonna say it, you can put a sign up, this road does not get winter maintenance.
Okay.
Just put I think it gets a sign on both ends. But I'll let Donnie confirm that, and then
Now,
I'll
there's
look up the
one
sign.
house that lives on it, but he lives towards the end of the road, so we'll make sure that he's plowed from his driveway to the end of it up by Pole Road. But the rest of it needs to wait until the rest of the township is done. And over the weekend, because of the snow drifts and the 30-mile-an-hour winds, it was dangerous because we were out there. There was an accident on it
Yeah,
involving our plow truck. I mean, they just shouldn't be on it when it's that dangerous. It was like thick ice, and then the snow kept blowing.
You definitely could.
So we could just get signs and put them at the front and the back of the road.
Yeah. Yep. I get the exact language. Go ahead, you could come back.
Kyle, is there signs over in the building? The road closed, there might be.
Yeah, but I don't know if it needs to say specifically no winter maintenance still, but there are, I'm pretty sure, Joe, there are road closed signs, yeah.
Public should not be traveling on that road.
Yes, sir.
The board is.
I would like to say I agree with Danny. I was out during the storm with my Jeep. Township was in good shape. 924 sucked. They came at 5 o'clock in the morning. They were plowing when there was nothing on the road. They didn't come till 4:45 that night. I had called during the day because I was in and out of town helping people with my Jeep and my plow. When I called PennDOT, they told me they pulled all their equipment to clean the interstate. So the hell with 924. But these guys were cleaning Green Mountain Road when there was no trucks allowed to be out anyway. So I just wanted to add that and let you know that if you didn't know why PennDOT didn't do our highway.
It was noticeable that it wasn't done. We noticed. It was pretty bad.
At the Oneida cutoff, I had my plow up and was pushing snow to come into town. And it wasn't from our guys coming, it was just drifts across the highway. So maybe they should be informed, you know, the interstate isn't the only thing here. We have our rights too, we're paying our taxes. But they did do a good job. I'd like to thank them for that.
Here, 2308B and C in the township code, the board of supervisors may temporarily close any township road when it determines that conditions have rendered the road unfit or unsafe for travel and immediate repair or maintenance because of the time of year or other condition, it's impractical. The road or portion of road closed shall be properly marked at its extremities, and the means of passage for customary users of the road shall, when possible, be provided. Anyone using the road or portion thereof after the road has been properly closed or marked, listen up, without a permit from the Board of Supervisors commits a summary offense. All fines recovered are payable to the general township fund. Persons who have no outlet due to the closing of the road may drive on, over, or across the road with the written consent of and subject to the conditions imposed by the Board of Supervisors or their agents or contractors without being subject to penalties imposed by this section.
So we
So
can
we'll
put that
make
to
sure-
that. What
Right,
happened
'cause
this
they-
weekend if
right.
I would've had it posted?
So you could do it.
You have to pass an ordinance for that?
No,
No?
no. You're looking at a different section. This 2308B and C
Okay,
doesn't require an ordinance.
all right, good. Yeah, so what does the township prefer? Road closed, travel at your own risk, or winter road closure?
Probably winter road closure.
That's what I was thinking too.
Well, not all the time in the winter. I mean, winter's 3 months, but sometimes 4. But I mean, it depends on the condition. You can close it
Winter road
personal
closure.
flurry, right?
No, just for like,
So they should need to get the
Conditions like we don't
signs
have
and
it.
put them out when you have those type of conditions
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
require.
you have something.
Black Creek closes the road past Rizzo's farm. And the side road that goes down to the Tank Road. They close that in the winter and it's closed, period. Side road, no winter maintenance.
Thank you.
Up on the top and down on the bottom.
You
That
could
road
do
is
that, but
closed.
you don't have to.
okay,
And whatever you do, you should coordinate with the one that has to use it.
okay,
That
Yeah.
one individual, try to work it out with.
okay,
So plow from one end, but it doesn't, that way he can get out.
yeah.
And then you have a sign that says road closed or
I think we
road
should get,
temporarily closed.
I
I'll
think
order
we-
one.
we should get 2 new signs.
Two, you need
Two new
one for
signs,
each end.
yeah.
Does that be like a U-line order?
No, I'll tell you
They'll
who.
show you.
We use a
It's on
person.
like,
like
big
a
and
sign.
orange, it says road closed temporarily.
Well, yeah, but then they gotta post them. But what I was thinking is that we can have permanent ones up there that say during winter weather, this road is closed, during like winter
That's a
road
good idea.
conditions.
That's not a
All
bad
year
idea.
long,
And
yeah.
then it's there, and then people know it's
Then you
gonna
don't have
not
to
be
put it out.
plowed. I'll do some research, I'll try to find a sign that says that, and then it's permanent, nobody has to go out
That's
there.
great, we can put the signs in
And
there.
remember, you don't have to
we're
remember
covered.
it,
Then we don't have to do it every snowstorm.
it'll be there forever.
The road, it just says the road or portion of road closed shall be properly marked at its extremities, so you need one on each
It's
side.
bad, because no matter what you do, the drifting, you'll
Yeah.
never keep it open.
Well, that's, and then he's out there half the day trying to just clean that road.
You
You know what I
can't keep it
mean? You
open.
can't keep, no.
So is it only when there's snow or ice or?
When it's windy, it blows.
I'm gonna find
But the
it.
snow and I mean, it's
Just like in
it's really a
Brandonville.
1-lane road. I
But
mean,
it's
it's not
open.
very wide.
It's open.
And then when it gets caught up with everything else that has a
yeah.
lot of volume
He's
on
the
it,
guy
you
who
could go
does
down there.
the calls
But
here.
he's gonna have a permanent sign
Complains, the
there.
old guy.
I don't know if
Yes.
he's a
That's his
permanent sign. That's- You could do it.
So when we close it, do I have to have something in the middle of the road?
Yeah, you gotta post it at its extremities, and then you gotta tell the person that needs to use it how to use it.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Will you look into
I'll
that with
look,
signs?
I'll look into it and I'll determine what is the best signing that I think you should do for it.
Next, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything else on
No.
that?
that's
Next zoning report, Mr. Pat.
PA applications, UCC applications were 5 this month. One required a review. They issued 4 permits. As well as zoning applications received this month were 5, 2 were denied, 3 permits issued, and 0 are under review.
Thank you. Do the code report.
Yep. 1 garbage complaint, 2 abandoned vehicle complaints, settled a tree complaint, settled garbage complaint, settled 1 abandoned vehicle complaint, and 1 hearing on an NOV abandoned vehicle. That's it.
Thank you. Next, we'll move into old business. I'll ask the board for a motion to file subpoenas regarding the alleged stone acquisition.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it on the question. Mumi, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariva,
No.
motion carries.
Joe, because it concerns you, you should probably abstain instead of all no, but
Okay. Abstain.
I'll ask the board for a motion to appoint a fire inspector. We'll table that until next meeting.
That's fine.
Do I have a motion to table that motion to appoint a fire inspector?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
On the question, Mumi, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariva,
Yes.
motion carries. Moving to new business, the board will open up a discussion regarding parking for the church in Shepton. Mr. Andrews is here, and would you like the floor, sir?
Yes, thank you so much. I want to first of all thank Mrs. Denishin because we left a message on the answering service and she responded in 48 hours, gave me 55 minutes on the phone, and then wanted to do a site visit. I will forever be grateful for that. I'm going to be brief because no one's here to listen to about a little church on the corner. For the last 3.5 years, we've been subjected to beyond abuse by 2 residents, not all. Most of the neighbors on that block are exceptional. They've not once used our property. We have lost the use of our property. Let me cite 2 examples, and Mr. Mummy, may I speak to the attorney
Absolutely, yes.
directly? Because he's going to have to give you ideas on what to do. We are represented by 3 law firms. We're not taking this lightly. St. Joseph's has their own law firm, we have ours. Since my family, especially the ladies in my family, were subjected to abuse, I've retained counsel. But I'm not going into that. That's unimportant tonight. I want to cite 2 examples that attorney can work with you. 3.5 years ago, we put up no parking signs. Tony Harris, years ago, when he was our police chief, and the only decent police chief we've had. Let's be real clear on that. On West Pine Street, he put no parking on a vacant lot which you took eminent domain. I own 2 properties on that street where Nancy's. And he said they deserve a right to enter their property. So we honored that, attorney. We put a second set of signs up, and they were taken down. That morning, I called Mr. Mummy and Mr. Antonelli. They were the board members at the time. Both of them showed up. Our signs were destroyed and left on the parking area. The man who did it had the courtesy to tell me. And he said, don't put any more signs up. We're going to use the property. That's 1. Number 2, last year, when was the last year Chris was your chief of police? Last year or the year before?
year
Year before.
Year before. I was working in our church, in the basement. I don't get paid for that. I don't want to be paid for that. Like June Davis, and I'm grateful to work at our church pro bono. I heard noise outside. I went out. There was a truck there with 3 to 5 tons of stone that was getting ready to drop it on our property, attorney.
it wasn't Jill's, was it?
No, I stopped it. I stopped it. I stopped it. I went out. It was 924 Nursery. I stopped it. I told him, I said, you call your employer. Don't drop it here. He said, well, them 2 men over there told me they owned the property. I said, no, the church owns it, and you have to leave here. He did, attorney. I went back. I worked for an hour in the basement. I left. I went back to work. I drove by the church 2 hours later. It was not only dropped, it was spread. They're only the lightest versions of what we've dealt with.
So do you have it posted now?
We can't. They're using the land.
Is it your property?
It belongs to St. Mary's Church. Now, we are in the process of selling it to St. Joe's. The buy-sell agreement is done, but we're holding on to closing because I will not give St. Joe's Church the problem that we have. That's going to be corrected before we make this transaction.
So it's just because they're using it doesn't mean you can't post it because it's your property?
They take the signs down. Mr. Mummy can tell you and Mr. Antonelli can tell you.
So you put them back up, and if they take the signs down, you call the police. That's theft.
We've done that. Wait,
Now, yeah.
let me,
Yeah, go ahead.
we met with Rentschler twice. Once with Mr. Antonelli present.
Okay, but you
No,
don't meet with
please.
Marv.
Yeah, let me give you the background. We met. We had no success whatsoever. The day I confronted them down there after the stones were laid, I have a tendency to be a reckless cowboy, by the way. I went after them in a brutal way. There were 11 of them and one of me. Not good judgment. My math isn't real good. I called Chief Chris, he came down. He broke it up. He said, George, do me a favor. Go stand by St. Joe's Church and I'll meet you there. He got them to calm down. They all went in back in the house, all 11 men. And he came up to me and I said, Chris, what are you doing? He said, you were loud. I said, I was angry and done. He said, George, I can't do anything. I was told to stand down. For those that don't know what that term is, it's military and it's police, but don't do anything. So, attorney, when you tell me see someone, I've done that already.
Yeah, but you haven't seen him.
No, I haven't. But what do we do?
So
We put signs up
Let me
again?
tell you what the ground rules are, and
Okay.
then we'll all try to follow them, okay?
Yeah.
So the vehicle code under 3353 B and C, B allows you to post the property because it's yours. If you post the property and say unauthorized vehicles will be towed at the owner's expense, then under C, you're allowed to call a tow truck company and tow them.
Okay.
The cop can't do that. It's private property. It's a private action. But what the cop could do is if you post a sign on your property and you know somebody took it from your property, that's theft. The police could handle that. Once the signs are posted, under the vehicle code, you're allowed to tow them from your own property. So you call a tow truck company, you make an arrangement with them in advance. Once the signs are up, you tow them.
Tell me this. Do they have the right to park there?
Not if it's your property. Now, I don't know about, so that's a good question. So you own property. I don't know how long they've been parking there. There's all kinds of property rights involved.
3 years.
Okay, well, so that's not enough to give them the right. So, because you can acquire easement rights over property. And there's two types of rights under and I'm not giving you advice, you've got 3 law firms, one of those guys could do it. I'm just gonna tell you what I know. So if somebody uses your property for a certain period of time, they may acquire easement rights. If somebody uses your property and there's an easement in the deed that allows them to use your property, they might have easement rights. Now, you would know whether or not these neighbors have easement.
They don't.
Okay, so then what they usually have is somebody yelling over the fence saying, hey, you can park there. So that's a license and it's revocable at will. Now, what they're trying to do by putting stone on the property is make that license irrevocable by saying we're improving it, you're not doing anything about it, now we have the right to continue to use it. But it sounds more to me like a trespass. So if somebody takes stone and puts it on your property, you could call the police and have them arrested for trespass. If you post a sign and somebody removes it from your property, you could call the police, have them arrested for theft. If somebody's parking on your property and it's properly posted, you can't call the police, it's a private matter. You gotta call the tow truck company and they'll come and tow it. They're the ground rules the way I know them.
And then the tow truck company calls us, and then they fill out a form. It's on private property. And as soon as the car hits the road, I follow up on number 952.
But you guys don't hook the vehicles because it's private property or
Right.
private sign.
But the towing is gonna ask, did they call the police? Did you get the 952 PV filled out?
Right.
And then all I did get the gentleman's signature to make them all the car, a phone number, and the car goes.
Tell me this. Because it's church property, that has no differential then.
No, just the fact that, I can't even believe that people would do that. The fact that it is church property makes it a sin too. Other than that, it's just a crime. But yeah. No, you don't get extra protection because you're a church, but people should be
No,
respecting
I
the
think
fact
your
that it's a
concern
church.
was that could people park there because it's more public, because it's a church? Was that?
No,
No,
because it's not
no,
public. They have a membership, don't you?
The conversation that I had with Chief Rensler was mind-boggling. And then there's other issues that happened after that I can't go into. But this is, I'm not trying to make this more than what it is.
Yeah.
This is criminal trespass, this is criminal behavior.
The
We've
fact that it's a
taken-
public parking lot does not make it, does not prohibit you from being able to tow a vehicle. If it's your parking lot and the public's allowed to go there because they're going to your church, that's one thing. If the public's parking there just saying it's a public parking lot, that's another thing you could tow. Otherwise, Walmart and all these places,
Well, tell me
there
this,
would be
Attorney.
parking rides, there'd be no spots for the customers.
Can you make it no parking?
We can, it's your parking lot.
You post it, you get
You
a
gotta
sign.
post it, you gotta get a sign, no
We've done that.
parking,
I know where to
unauthorized
get that,
vehicles will be
yeah,
towed at the owner's expense.
Yeah, you get it from the towing company. They're
It's
gonna-
not a big parking lot, you probably only need two, right? Or-
It's 93 by 200 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Put a couple, put a handful of them.
and you know who's parking there, right?
yeah, we do.
So you should have your lawyer send them a letter saying, hey, if your vehicles continue parked there, we're gonna tow them at your expense, we just put 2 signs up. By the way, if you remove these, it's a crime and we will prosecute.
Yes.
That's what you gotta do.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Kyle, just to let him know, if they're taking your signs down, paint the trees purple. You don't have to have signs. If you paint the trees purple, they can't take the purple off the trees.
That's
You know, that's a sign of trespass. You know, that everybody's using purple and no more signs anymore.
We will do the signs in the purple. Thank you.
Thank you.
No
Next,
hunting.
Purple's the new law that came out. If you can paint a tree purple, then you don't have to put up the no trespassing sign.
Because they don't last. The purple permanent.
So when you see wooded areas, you'll see all those purple splotches. That's their notice to say they're trespassing.
That's right.
So you don't have to put the signs and the nails or the staples in trees. But yeah, purple trees. Like purple.
Because it's different, no hunting.
No trespassing.
So purple indicates no trespassing plus no hunting.
Well, you can't hunt it, you can't go on it, so you can't fish, you can't walk it, you can't.
all right. Next, I'll ask the board, number 9, for a motion to hire Joe Shustak of Shustak Hydraulics for plowing on an as-needed basis at a rate of $150 per hour.
And this is gonna go back to.
And we'll retroact it back to the
That's
last month's.
restaurants, yeah.
He was a good help, busy.
Yeah.
It was one of the reasons we were able to keep up with what we had. so.
It was a great plan the way it worked.
For the once or twice a year that you might have to use it, it's not a bad deal. so.
We needed it.
And again, we're not using it for every little flurry, we're using it
No,
for major
no.
snowstorms.
Oh, yeah. Like anything under 5 inches,
We can handle.
we can,
And Rob-
once you get up to 10, 12, it's a total different
Yeah, I
situation.
agree. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it on the question. Boomey, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariva,
No.
When are we gonna
motion carries.
retro back to,
Make it for the year, January 1 or
Okay.
whatever.
Do you want to include that in your motion?
yeah, I'll make a motion to hire Joe Shustak for plowing at a rate of $150 as of January 1st, 2026.
I'll second that motion. On the question, again, Boomey, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariva,
No.
motion carries.
So they're 2 different motions.
No, we're gonna,
No.
we
We
redid the
changed,
motion.
can I combine it into
Yes.
one
Yeah,
motion?
Yes.
Okay.
We could have put blind in there too.
Jill still voted no, but both motions
Okay.
make it to one.
Okay.
I'll ask the board for a motion to increase the pay rate for part-time road crew employees.
Who are our part-time
So
road crew?
I would like,
First, we gotta say what the rate of pay
Well,
is.
that's what we're
so the rate of
discussing.
pay currently is
It's
$16
$16
an hour. So I was thinking we could raise the rate to 18, but when they're snow plowing, you have to give them $20 an hour.
I think you just make it $20 an hour. In order to get people to come and want to do it, you have to make it somewhat worth it. Kyle Kunkel has been helping the township for the last year. He was also instrumental in snow plowing for the big storm. I called him last night, there were some drifts on Green Mountain Road he took care of. He came out and took care of it, which worked out really well, and the residents on Green Mountain Road are very happy with that.
Because
So
all of a sudden we've become a 24/7 township somehow. We're now on call.
He did,
I don't know how that
Kyle
happened.
Kunkel did a great job.
he did.
And he takes great orders. Like, we told him exactly what we wanted,
And
and exactly how to do it, and he did it to the T.
he takes care of the equipment as well. So.
Yeah.
So I think, in my opinion, I think $20 an hour is reasonable for, again, as much as we use part-time employees, I think it's
Yeah,
well
it's
worth
not
it.
often.
So I'll make the motion to increase the pay rate to $20 an hour for part-time road crew employees.
I'll second it.
On the question, Mumi, aye, Ganchison,
Aye.
Kariba,
Yes.
motion carries. Number 11, I'll ask the board for a motion to increase the pay rate for snow plowing services to Ralph Bly at a rate of $150 an hour.
You want that from January 1 too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll retro January 1, 2026. Just so everyone's aware, Ralph uses his own equipment, his own operator, and his own material salt. So again, that rate is, I think, very competitive for what he provides. Yes.
It must be noted here, Shoestack, well, everybody saw that Shenandoah was hiring outside contractors at a rate of $250 an hour. So all the people were talking about it, which is $250 an hour is insane. Anyway, Ralph's using his own anti-skid and salt. Joe Shoestack is not. So my point is,
Why should we get paid the same?
right, and what bothers me is Ralph is just one of those people that will just do it and just, like, it's just not fair for him to use his own materials. But I don't want, and Wendy and I will not give him our materials.
No, we went
We're
through
not
that
getting
before.
it.
We
we
don't
won't
pay
do-
sales tax.
Right.
No, we're
Yeah,
not,
we're not getting
we
into that.
won't do that,
No.
which would be easy if we did,
Right.
but we don't want to get involved in that, so he has to use his own.
No, that was,
And the problem that Ralph has is we have him exclusively in the industrial park. But we also, he dedicated a man for
For that last snowstorm.
the last snowstorm that did a damn good job in Shepton and the Feeneyville main road going through Feeneyville.
I don't think you have to use shoe stack on a regular basis.
No.
No, we
We
won't.
don't plan
We
on
might use him one time a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Hopefully we won't stall anyone. That's too much money.
I'm glad that we had access to him. He did a
it
nice
made a
job.
difference.
Yeah.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Did you want to let them charge extra for anti-skid though? Was that the point?
Well, that was my point. I just don't, it's your
So
call.
it's 150 an hour plus material or?
Well, you have to give them more. If you guys want to leave it at 150,
Why don't we leave it at 150 and we can have a discussion? Maybe it won't snow again this year and then we could figure this
Let me
out.
ask you this though.
agreed.
Is there a way to handle it that he uses the anti-skid only for our road?
Yeah, but we don't want to get into that. Because then you have people saying, oh, we saw him here. It's no. He's got to get his own material, he has to use his own equipment. And then there's never any questions.
Especially with the salt, because the
Yeah.
salt is so expensive.
Do you have a question, sir?
Yes, sir. Hey, Tyler Zales, Trailer Road. I know Mr. Bly and Joe Shoestack. I could vouch for both of them do quality work. Mr. Bly's probably more equipped for snow removal because he's been doing it for 50 years. Joe Shoestack has big machines. Mr. Bly probably has gigantic commercial accounts with Coke, Salt and Lancaster, and Penn Chemical up in Wilkes-Barre. they will not sell salt unless you're ordering 400 tons minimum. So that being said, if, you know, whatever your hourly rates are for either contractors, I think would be irrelevant, as long as both contractors could provide receipts for tonnage or yardage of salt used. I think that would be fair for reimbursement, because even I do both residential and commercial snow removal on the side, doctor's offices, banks, the whole 9 yards, daycares. I always bill separately for material put down and labor rates differently. And I'll be honest with you, $150 an hour for commercial snow removal is cheap.
Yeah.
That's cheap. I won't tell you what I charge, but that, if you're,
Wait till after the meeting.
like mobilization of equipment, so is that taking into consideration Mr. Shoestack bringing the loaders and the backhoes from the farmer's auction up there in
Well,
Shenandoah?
no, it's just,
down the
it's
mountain?
just a snow plow.
We didn't need that, his
Just
truck.
a snow
Okay,
plow.
I just want to,
Yeah.
like, so like from the time it's like, hey, Mr. Shoestack or hey, Mr. Bly, we need plowing services, is that mobilization time or is that plow on the road time?
Plow.
What do you account for?
Plow on the road
You
time.
know,
Yeah.
but I would reach out to both contractors and ask them how they bill for material, because one triaxle load of salt, this late in the season, you're looking at almost $4,000 for 22 ton.
We
Yeah,
know,
we
we
know.
know.
We're aware of it.
It's a lot.
Kyle, that's a great idea. Maybe what we should do is just say to Ralph, hey, you know, we'll pay you for a X amount of salt or whatever, just to be fair.
Okay.
Because what we were paying them, the 125 or 135, that's,
Okay. Well, hopefully it's not gonna snow anymore this year.
Yeah.
good luck with that.
So I think
For now, keep
we
it
should,
in.
and we could
Discuss it,
renegotiate
yeah.
this, we could talk to Ralph.
Whoever you are, thank you.
Okay, no problem, thank you.
Thank you. I'll ask the board for a motion to increase the pay rate for snow plowing for services for Ralph Bly.
I'll make a motion.
The 150 per hour, is that the motion? I'll second it. On the question, Mumi, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariva?
No.
And that's for back January 1st, 2026.
Yeah, please, Jessica, let the record show that.
For
The
what?
back date to retro that to
Yeah, I
January
have that
1st,
in there.
2026.
For both of those, correct?
Motion carries. We're going to go into executive session after the meeting, but no decisions will be made, so we're not going to come back after the executive session. So at this point, I'll open up the floor to public participation on non-agenda items. Yes, Dave, you were first to the gate, so.
For close to a year now, I've been requesting
Can
that
you
these
state your
branches
name,
get
sir?
trimmed.
Can you state your name, sir?
Dave Lipinski,
Thank you.
Green Mountain Road. For close to a year now, I've been requesting that these branches get trimmed on Green Mountain Road. Now there's another large branch down. I will not be able to pass under there with my equipment. I can't take the chance of ripping the roof off my trailer. All I ask is that please hurry to get these branches trimmed.
We just got a bucket truck.
Right.
We just bought a bucket.
They're all aware of it.
Well, as of next month, I gotta be able to get through that road.
Yeah, we got a bucket truck and it's on the
Does that
top
mean
of the list.
Where the one large one was down, now there's another one from that same tree that's down now, the whole road is crossed.
We
I used to go around it, now I can't go.
We can get it now. We have a truck.
I mean, there's other branches along there, but those two major ones, you're aware of.
We're
who they
aware,
are.
yeah.
Does that mean we can come camping with you, Dave?
Huh?
Does that mean we can come camping with you?
Absolutely. Watch the road, it's big.
They'll be taken care of.
Bring
Before-
more branches for the
Absolutely.
fireworks.
Yeah,
Make sure that
we've been talking about it. We
Yeah.
tried to do it and it kept like, they weren't willing to go with ladders in the back of the truck. They can't reach
I
the
understand
stuff.
that, but now that we have.
Now we can do it,
Okay,
yes.
So you'll let Lewis know.
We'll make
Yes.
sure.
It'll be taken care of.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Yes.
Do we
Please
know?
say your name for the record.
Oh, Diane Ray. Do we know who bought the gun range?
The former property that was intended to be a gun range, I don't know who bought it, no.
Did it sell or?
Well, the deed hasn't been posted because I keep looking for that, but when you talk to the realtor, it says sale pending.
That'll be a nice transfer tax for the township.
We're
That's like
looking,
a
we're looking
$4
forward
million
to it.
bucks.
Well, that's bullshit, I mean, yes,
How much?
I want to know
1%?
who owns it.
Well, 5%.
Well, they're not gonna be able to use it for gun range, we know
Well,
that.
that's good, but I mean, you don't know what else it might be used for, and that's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, but it's not for conservation residential zoning, so they would have to come before the township to
Well,
change
that's why
the zoning.
you're asking.
Yeah. So there's protections in place, good.
So.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I had another question.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, name is Diana Ray. Have you heard of how it's going to be handled, the tax loss from this deportation center in Tremont, which is going to affect Schuylkill County taxes and stuff?
Not us.
We're not in Schuylkill County?
No, we're not in Tremont Township, that's what.
Yeah, but it's going to affect all kinds of taxes.
Not ours.
Not ours? Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
thankfully. Anyone else? Did you have something?
I was told, Wendy, were you with me recently when someone told us an Amish family bought that property just for recreation?
Yeah, but who knows?
Yeah.
That's what we heard.
That's what we heard,
Who's going to pay that kind of money for?
but I don't know.
The Amish have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for what? Do they need that?
That is true.
What kind of recreation? They might just farm it.
I mean, you can't really do anything with it.
They can
It's
recreate.
all old stuff. Why would
They can recreate.
Farm something?
Anyone else with public participation? Yes, sir. Please say your
Sir,
name.
my name's Frank Rosales. I purchased a property on, in the industrial road over in Brandonville.
Okay.
Per papers that were issued were lost in the flood or something up there. I need some results so I can achieve that per paper so I can put a foundation up there, the building.
So we had a discussion with the sewer enforcement officer just before the meeting, so we could maybe meet after the meeting and figure out a plan to get the perk.
What was your name,
results
sir?
figured out. Frank?
Did anybody go to the
Rosales?
county?
I know that I made several calls from him. I think it was a few months ago. He came in.
Yeah.
I made some, and everything was a dead end. There was nothing. The guy I requested his old records.
We'll work
nothing.
through it, we'll figure it out, we'll make sure.
This is the perk test, right?
Yeah.
The results that, we had a flood in the basement, the pipe burst, there was 4 feet of water in the basement, so a lot of stuff was missing, so.
I spoke
the
to people
flood.
in Scranton and everything, it's like they only kept the results for X amount of time and they're disposed of.
Yeah.
I've been all over.
But we're aware, but we'll
Another perk
figure it
test.
out,
Since the
we'll make it
township-
work.
Since the township lost them, we could,
Well, I think that was the discussion that
Yeah,
we
we're
had.
gonna,
but-
we'll perk it for you.
Yeah,
no,
just
no
perk it.
problem.
Send a backhoe out.
Instead
We
of,
had
like,
this
we're giving
discussion.
them honor.
Yes, sir.
Tyler Zales again, on that same matter in regards to like, documents being lost in the flood in the basement. Have you guys started digital record keeping? Do you guys have like a digital or an online catalog for matters such as that?
So not for permitting, but for ordinance and stuff, yeah, quite honestly, what we did is we built shelves and put the records higher. I mean, it all sounds kind of crazy, but Steve said if it would flood again, it wouldn't get destroyed.
I wasn't sure if it's at all possible to get like a document scanner, so every time you get something, I know it'd be time intensive, but you only gotta do it
Well,
one
it won't
time.
be time
and,
intensive.
you know,
What we should do as part of the next submissions, we should require them to give them electronically.
Yeah, electronic,
And we
that way
can
you just
save
get the
them
document, you scan it through and it automatically saves a PDF
So,
format.
yes, the developers submit
You know.
some electronic.
Why don't we do that instead of having 10 copies of plans?
Yeah, these
Exactly.
binders, they're
There's binders all
everywhere.
over the office.
Maps and they're everywhere.
Let's do that.
And then like building on that, even if it's saved in PDF format, sir, if you type in like keyword this street name or keyword someone's last name, it will bring up every document that was submitted.
That's a good
You know,
idea. You have good ideas.
you should hire me.
I was just gonna say,
Not for snow plowing though.
No. $149.
$149.99.
$149. And I'll give you the first hour free. On me.
He starts the truck for free.
It's a big diesel, you gotta let it warm up.
Anyone else? Yes, Bob.
Right here, sir.
Last but not least.
Bob Gordy,
What's your address?
across the street.
You by the church parking?
Yeah, I have my own church parking there. On on the can-do thing, you sent 2 names and you only can have 1
I
representative.
took care of it. You were the representative.
Yeah, okay, but I checked on it with Jessica. Well, I knew, but I wanted to double check. The only municipality on the board there that has more than 1 member is West Hazelton, because they were originals. They have 5, believe it or not. Everybody else is 1, but there's a possibility of an at-large director. So there's a possibility, I gotta talk to some people, I could maybe lobby to get Joanne as an at-large director. I mean, we don't get the vote, but we get to know what's going on.
Okay, that's a good idea. I have just one quick announcement before we close. There is a East Union Township Crime Watch meeting held on the 3rd Monday of each month here at the East Union Township Building at 5:30. If there's 15 or more people in attendance, there'll be a drawing for a gift card for a local business for some of the pizza places.
And that starts in March.
So-
We're kicking it in March.
The 3rd Monday of each month, starting in March, here at 5:30. So anyone who would like to participate, please come.
Thank you.
Can I have that, Kyle?
I'll ask the board for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.